Morning, Dr. Kurtz.
Good morning.
Nachas Consulting will be honored to have you address us once again on Sunday, March 27th. The title is Parent Training, the Heart and Soul of Changing Behavior in Young Children. Can you perhaps elaborate on that? What will the average clinician or educator walk away with after this training?
So we're excited about training educators and therapists to work directly with kids, but also with parents. What we know at this point is that the adults in these kids' lives are the agents of change. Kids have never had a 6 or 7 year old come in and say, I really need to learn how to reorganize my priorities or how to be more compliant. So what we know at this point from the science of parent and teacher training is that a two-step model is very robust. And the two steps is first building relationship, which I think goes well with any type of therapy people are used to doing, either a behavioral therapy or more dynamic or relationship-oriented therapy. And that's the necessary but not sufficient for then being able to give kids challenges, exposures, goals, limit setting. So if the relationship is on a strong, solid foundation, then those adults making requests in these kids' lives becomes much, much easier and more fun for them. So the skills that we'll be working on is how to, in the most efficient, effective way, build a positive relationship with young kids and then be able to have expectations either for limit setting and discipline for kids with externalizing issues or for doing exposures for kids with internalizing or anxiety kinds of issues.
Training is geared primarily towards clinicians, or would this be appropriate also for educators, parents? How broad is the intended audience?
What we've planned is for both clinicians and educators who need to work directly with kids to have these skills, but it's also the clinicians and educators who are working with parents. So we're focusing on both, giving the clinicians and the educators the skills that we're using effectively with kids, but also in preparing parents how to both maintain and generalize these skills with their kids in the community. So part of the contemporary approach is to do friendship coaching using the parents as agents of change. So if you take on the one hand that teachers are working with kids who have parents and the therapists are working with kids who have parents, we want the therapists and teachers to use those skills, but also to know how to get the parents using those skills. Anything less will not bring about sustained change for these
It
kids.
sounds like a really wonderful opportunity for, as you say, many clinicians, educators, and people outside. Really, we know from your previous trainings how practical your trainings are and how much people really have to gain from really gleaning from your wisdom, and we're really looking forward to it.
The training in the fall was you had 46 incredible people coming out, but they were also willing to let us actually practice skills with them. So it was my pleasure to bring along a staff that could help actually do skills practice, not just hear it in the same old kind of lecture way, because I can lecture with the best of them. I can crack jokes and all that, but if you're not practicing skills, then you're not going to actually use it. So I'm blessed again that I have people coming with me to the training on March 27th to actually practice skills.
Oh wow, that sounds wonderful. That just besides for the didactic training, we'll all have a chance to really do some hands-on work there.
Exactly. And as you know from the last training we did, people will tend to follow up with questions with us, and it's our pleasure to kind of keep the learning going. Your community who comes out for your trainings is a very active group of learners, so it's fun on our end as well.
Take care, Dr. Kurtz. Have a wonderful day.
Dr. Newham, see you soon. Thank you.